So we want to evaluate this limit, and in my math lab, they're going to want us to enter what we get before we finish taking the limit, just like after we simplify this expression, because right now, if we try to plug in -2, we're going to end up getting 0 over 0. So we're going to need to simplify this. I would start by just working with that numerator, trying to expand it a little bit and FOIL it out, basically. So let's see, if we FOIL out 2x minus 3 all squared, we're going to get 4x squared. 2x times -3 is -6x, so my outside and inside terms are both -6x, so they're going to add to -12x. -3 times -3 is +9, and then a minus 196. Okay, so then we'll distribute the 4 to get 16x squared minus 48x plus 36 minus 196 all over x plus 2. And let's combine those last two terms. So we have 16x squared minus 48x. Let's see, that would be -166. Those are huge numbers. I'm wondering if those are all divisible by, well, 16 and 48 are both divisible by 16. So let's see if 166 is divisible by 16 as well. No, it's not. It's not divisible by 8 or 4. I can only take a 2 out of everything. So that's probably not even necessary to do. So the only way we're going to be able to take this limit is if x plus 2 is a factor of the numerator, because we need a factor of the numerator to cancel with the x plus 2 in the denominator. So I'm going to attempt to factor this quadratic with pretty large numbers by guessing that x plus 2 is probably one of its factors. So if that's right, my first two terms when I factor need to multiply to 16x squared. So if I've only got an x here, my other factor would need to have a 16x. And this may or may not work because it's the factor of 2, guys. We'll see. Then -166 times, or 2 times something needs to equal -166. How about -83? Now that was a guess. I'm doing a guess and check here. So let's see. If I FOIL this thing out, I would get, just that numerator, I would get 16x squared. My outside term would be -83x. And my inside term, I don't think this is going to work, would be 16 times 2 is positive 32x. And then -83 times 2 is -166. Those middle terms, let's see, -83 plus 32, assuming I did all those right. -83 plus 32 is -51, which is really close to -48, but not quite. So let's try taking a 2 out, because like I said, there's a 2 that I can take out of everything in that numerator. So I'm going to erase everything I've done up to there. Okay. That might help me to factor. So, and I may have just made an error there, to be honest. I kind of want to double check all my work because I feel like that should have worked out. 36 minus 196. It's negative, oh, I can't subtract -160. Duh, 6 minus 6 is 0. That's my problem right there. I didn't subtract right. That should be -160. Okay, that's why it didn't work out. So let's try that again. So, okay, so I was assuming again that x plus 2 is a factor of the numerator. My first term over here would need to be 16x, and I'd want 2 times this last term to equal -160. So So 2 times negative 80 would be negative 160. Now it's FOIL to check the numerator. So x times 16x is 16x squared. My outside term is negative 80x. My inside term is 16 times 2, positive 32x. And then negative 80 times 2 is negative 160. Negative 80 plus 32, that is negative 48x, I believe. Yeah, yep, exactly. So that does work. So those two factors cancel. So go back to my MATLAB at this point, and we can put that we've simplified it to the limit of x approaches negative 2 of 16x minus 80 right here. Okay, then to take the limit, we're going to plug in negative 2 for x. So 16 times negative 2 minus 80, that's negative 32 minus 80 is, I'm not awake yet, 80 plus 32 would be what? Negative 108. Yeah, I think I can't add. 8, 10, 80. Oh, negative 118. What am I missing? 16x minus 80. Negative 32 minus 80. Negative 112. I really am out of it. It's 6 a.m., guys. There's a negative 112. Okay. Let's try that. Hopefully, you can get the easy part, unlike me. There we go. Hopefully that helped. It was a long way around on that problem.